All right, here you go with the bull.
I'm just saying, son. They switched the name. I didn't know it was Fisher. They said it was Eat with David Lucas. And I said to myself, if any know how to eat, it's going to be him. So I don't know whose idea was to trick me.
We can eat after this.
I got bamboozled, son.
We can eat after this.
Yo, we really can catch something with this, can't we?
Yeah. You know how to put a worm on?
Don't disrespect me like that,
I don't
son.
know, bro, because
yeah, hold on.
I went fishing with old boy you went fishing with up in Washington. He told me you couldn't fish.
Who's that?
The black dude. Nah, just playing.
I went the fly fishing dude?
Yeah.
Where the worm is, son?
Right here.
I'm gonna catch something. Hold on.
See, I'm a Southern guy.
I mean, your physique definitely lets everybody know that you're a Southern guy, son. Do I put the whole thing on here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God damn.
We ain't sparing nobody, bro. Put the whole thing. We want to feed them a lot.
Hold on.
It's so crazy, bro. The first introduction to me and you for the world was Kill Tony in 2019.
Yeah, to the world. That was the first time.
But me and you had been roasting before that.
We was roasting out the patio, son.
Yeah.
They don't understand that.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Yeah, push button.
I know how to do this, son.
All right. Oh shit. Side on.
Don't play with me, son. Then where I put on?
Yeah, just put on the ground. They got a Bible on it. Yeah, we have been roasting. Me and Donnell have been roasting months, maybe a year.
All right, first off, I have to correct you. We weren't roasting. I was destroying you.
All right, here we go.
On the back part. I was destroying you.
All right,
and I know that you have a fan base to all these motherfuckers out here. You know what? Let's be honest. I used to destroy you, son.
No.
I would destroy you. And that's before you had you was, I don't know how you say this, David Lucas?
Right.
You was making a name for yourself and you used to fuck with me and I didn't understand the level of disrespect this young big motherfucker had for me. I wouldn't even say nothing. I'm like, who is this motherfucker? And you would go there, but that wasn't what we needed. We needed a bigger platform. We took it to Kill Tony and then the rest was history. Can I get some water?
Oh, you want some? I mean, you can waterfall this.
Nah, I'm good on that one, son.
I ain't got no water.
You ain't got no water, you ain't got no weed, just a goddamn fish with some goddamn
We can't
worms.
put weed on the podcast.
They don't know if it's weed.
Yeah, they know, I mean, it's you. They know it's
All right, go back to when I used to destroy you.
You didn't used to destroy me. But we used to roast when I was the door guy.
Okay, so remind people what I did to you on the show.
Oh, on the show? I mean, you remember the show? 2019, I hit you with like 2 jokes and then
What happened?
I'm not as loud as you.
Now, see, that's not a racist.
That's not a racist.
You've been performing for too many white people when you get mad that the black guy's loud.
I wasn't mad you were loud.
This is what it was. You had a couple jokes, and I will tell you, everybody, at that time, everybody was like, oh man, David Lucas, I think you was like undefeated. You was smashing everybody. Oh, David Lucas. I was like, all right, watch. Went up there, you did a couple jokes, and then after that, it was just rapid fire. It was like AK-47 after that. Tell them to go to the video. If y'all want to go to the video.
I couldn't keep up with that.
I know you couldn't keep up with because you used to, you're comfortable around white people.
I'm coming around black people too.
No, but you're more comfortable when it comes to roasting around white people. And this is what white people do. Everything is premeditated, everything is thought. It's like they read off a paper. Well, I so-and-so, and now it's your turn. I didn't grow up like that. Even when I was explaining.
I mean, I didn't grow up like that with roasting. I mean, we went back and forth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We called it joning though.
Yeah,
and
where I'm from, we call it cracking.
We called it joning, and then with joning, you don't stop. If you got somebody up against the ropes, you just don't stop. You just keep going. And the only time they get to come in is when you take a breath or people stop laughing. So as long as they still laughing, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was like, man, this motherfucker didn't let me say shit.
Why was I supposed to let you say something?
And Tony was like, you just gotta accept it. That's the OG.
But what was I supposed to do? That was it. On that show, shout out to Tony, on that show, they used
built an empire.
It's an incredible empire. On that show, they so used to people like, okay, it's my turn. And then when somebody is wild like myself come up there, just go crazy, sometimes people don't know how to handle it.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like, I don't think people watch enough of your stuff.
Is that a diss?
No. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the Kill Tony fan base watch enough of your stuff.
They don't.
Like, I watch Breakfast Club. Nigga, that's the funniest shit. Yo, Breakfast Club interviews, bro. Y'all dynamic that y'all got. I be crying.
That was a strategic move on my part.
Yeah.
I started going on the Breakfast Club 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could go up on the Breakfast Club and just smoke the whole room. And then I probably won't be invited as much. But what I realized is that people always want to root for the underdog.
Yeah.
So when I went on the show, it was always like, why is everybody picking on me? But I knew that I could handle that room, whatever.
Yeah.
But now it turned to a situation where people used to be like, oh my God, can they get another guest? We're so sick of him. So now it's like, when I make appearances on there, it's like very, very highly anticipated for me to go up there and have fun with them guys.
But you do be crashing out sometimes, which I get. I had to, when I first got on Kill
Okay, wait. What's the definition of crashing out?
Crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't.
Like going off. You'll go off. Like
what's wrong with going off?
Off on tangents. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I just feel like it's a time and a place for it.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I just, so for me,
so in an environment like Kill Tony, that's chaotic as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's rules and regulations of when you can go off and go into tangents.
Kill Tony.
And when did you learn that word, son?
Crash out?
You changed, son. Tangent. When did you start using tangents, son?
Bro, do
you even fuck black girls anymore?
Yeah.
I'm just, because that's the sound of somebody that's out there in those streets. Dr. Umar, get this nigga out of here, son. Tangent?
I mean,
when have you ever used that word?
I went to college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I went to college.
All right.
I just feel like Kill Tony is chaos.
Right.
But it's orchestrated chaos. So it's like wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And there's so much chaos going around, but when Vince McMahon comes out, which is Tony Hinchcliffe, then it's like, all right, we need to.
All right, here's what this is a fun fact. You probably don't know about the relationship with me and Tony on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
First off, I wasn't a fan of that format. I don't like to roast this shit, right? Because I can't get too sensitive. I know it's personal. Right. People like make personal attacks and they hide under the idea of like, oh, this is just jokes. But I told Tony, I said, Tony, before I went, I said, you know I'm not going to play by the rules.
Right.
He know that. When he booked me or he asked me to be on the show, he knows that I'm not going to play by the rules.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if it's entertaining.
But you don't want to play by the rules for the sake of the show? Like, all right, like I know. And see, I need to find that middle balance because I know that sometimes I'll go on somebody's podcast and take over because I have a dominant personality like you.
Right.
But I had to, so it's like, sometimes I'll go on podcasts and I'm very quiet.
Right.
Just because I don't want to take over their podcast and ruin the episode. So I'm trying to find like the middle ground when I go on somebody else's stuff.
I'm not trying to find a middle ground.
Really?
If I crash out, if I go out on a tangent, I'm going to do it.
But
anybody that books
me, certified, so I'm not saying you can, but you have that luxury to like crash out.
Why do you keep talking about crashing out, son?
What you call it?
I call it being myself.
Okay.
Why you keep talking about crashing out?
I crash out sometimes.
But why you say I crash out?
I'm just saying.
Hey, okay, give me an example. Give me a motherfucking example when I fucking crashed out.
No, like.
Tell me.
All right, so like.
No, I'm just saying. You keep on saying tangents and shit. When did I fucking crash out? I want to know.
I mean.
Has anybody?
All right.
Sir.
Here's a crash out.
Sir. Have you ever seen me crash out? Do you know who I am? Come here.
Man, why you bring him on the
Oh, you don't trust black people? Come over here.
This is a crash out.
Fuck you and your white dog.
See, this is a crash.
This is not a goddamn crash out. I'm trying to talk to him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did you get him videotape that white man?
This is a crash out.
What is a crash out? You know what this is?
What?
This is not a crash out. This is called a build-up.
Yeah.
And it's a build-up because, how you doing, sir? Have you ever seen me crash out?
Hell, nah.
Fuck, he's scared.
All right, so an example of a crash out, you might not call it a crash out.
Right.
But to the rest of the world, I saw where you was coming from.
What are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you. So I saw where you was
It's called backstory, David.
Oh, the backstory.
The backstory. And I got some
like
shit I want to
battle.
get off my chest.
Like
roast battle.
Yeah.
What about roast battle?
Did you call
I
that
crashed
crash?
out?
You call that
What
crash?
did you see?
I
thought that show's supposed to be honest.
I saw, because here's the thing.
What? No.
But let me
tell me what you saw.
Okay, I didn't see the whole thing.
I'm going to tell you my perspective of it.
I just seen like clips. I haven't watched the whole thing. But I saw some parts where you were like, Jeff, why are you telling these unfunny motherfuckers?
Yo, is this real?
No, but here's the thing.
No, just answer this. No, is this real?
No. Here's the thing.
Wait the fuck what you just said.
Hello.
I saw clips.
Yes.
You know what clips do? They
Right.
manipulate you
I get it.
to see what the fuck they want you to see.
But what I'm about to say
Don't
is,
talk about clips.
what I'm about to say is, I grew up in the South doing
Can I
comedy.
talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's called a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Okay.
All right? It's unfair for you to say I saw clips and try to tell me what happened here without telling the whole story.
No. I'm not saying I can sit here and judge it because I come from the tutelage of
Tutelage, nigga.
Come on.
Tutelage?
Okay.
Tangent? Tutelage? Who are you?
My mentors when I started comedy were Bruce,
Right?
Fredo Food
Bruce,
Stamp.
oh, so you came under the tutelage of Bruce.
Right.
Okay.
So Bruce, and I get where you're coming from.
You got too many white people in your life.
No,
bro.
but what I'm saying is I get where
There's way too many white people in your life.
I get where you're coming from.
You didn't even know black people on your production, son.
Bro, I don't know any black
Is he
cameramen.
Mexican?
Yes.
All right, he ain't gonna be here too long. I'm calling Trump in the ice
No, that's
squad.
my dog.
All right.
So listen.
Sorry about that, Pablo. Whatever your name is.
Listen.
Good.
I get where you were coming from because, like I said, bro, I started comedy when I was very, very young.
Right.
And I was up under Bruce, and you had Doodoo Brown. I don't know if you know, out of Florida.
I know them. I used to go down there. I used
So
to
that's
work
what I'm
those
saying,
rooms.
bro. Corey Holcomb.
559.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't mention Corey Holcomb, but go ahead.
Oh shit, I'm my bad.
No, I'm just joking. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, 5150.
I ask you about that later because y'all are two of my favorites.
Okay, good choices, but go ahead.
So I grew up in that old school comedy, bro, where it wasn't nothing if you had a bad set for like when Bruce was hosting his room at Backstage.
Yeah.
If you bomb, that
He gonna
nigga
light you
finna
up.
tear into your ass.
Exactly.
So we don't have that in comedy no more because as you know, the whole world has become soft.
Yeah.
So when like when I first started comedy, like there were no comedians offing themselves. That wasn't a thing.
Right.
Maybe not for you either because you grew up on the East Coast.
Right.
And it's a little different when you switch to LA versus like where I was at in
In
the
what
South.
regard?
Huh?
In what regard?
So like,
LA is softer?
yes.
100%, yeah.
The LA comedy scene is much soft. Like even if you go to Atlanta now or you go to New York, I don't think a lot of LA comics can handle New York.
100%. No, it was always New York was a place. If you can make it in New York, you can make it.
Right.
And I do remember the time Bruce is a good friend of mine.
Right.
And I remember we used to do this tour called a Creative Arts Tour, if I'm not mistaken. It started in Norfolk. It went down to North Carolina, South Carolina.
Right.
And then it ended up in Miami. Bruce.
The old Miami Improv.
Not the Coconut Grove.
Okay.
It was Bruce used to have it was a strip club, 559.
559 downtown Atlanta.
Downtown
Yeah.
Atlanta. And he used to everybody was nervous in that room. He would tell you straight up. But he controlled that room so much
Right.
that they really wanted to see him. When we came up, it was just like a bathroom break. If you rip, you rip. But he would come up, he would give you your money and he would tell you straight up, you probably ain't gonna last that long. Just get your money and you can leave, right? Basically like go up there and get booed or whatever.
Right.
But I came up, that was the era and that was the time that I came up. It was
Right, so I get there where you came from because I got
that don't have nothing to do with roast battles.
No, I think it does, bro, because like I think it does have to do with that because you come from that era and a lot of people can't take that truth
let me
anymore.
tell you, they can't take the truth. If you can't take the truth, then don't fucking get in this game.
Right.
And like you said, you saw clips on that. I'm not here to try to ruin any comedian's career.
Right.
I've always been.
So do you feel like you were truthful during that moment?
I was telling the truth. And what I do is, I don't have a problem with giving constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that particular night, first off, I didn't want to go on that show because I know there's a possibility of me having a situation that you call crash out. The only reason I was there, my good friend Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
He had just did Adam Carolla's show.
Yeah.
Right. The Adam not Adam Carolla, Adam Ray.
Adam Ray.
Dr.
Yeah.
Phil show. So we were just hanging out, and another one of his buddies, a comedian, was like at roast battles, and Teddy was like, "Yo, you want to go up here and fuck with me on roast battles?" I was so geeked out to hang out with him because he's a great guy. And I'll tell the truth, I did have a couple of drinks. And I'm not embarrassed by that. Sometimes I get a little litty. We went up there, right? And I was having fun. I was singing a song, I was having fun. And the Negro,
The host?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Moses?
The Negro. But
That's my dog.
I mean, the Negro.
Yeah.
The Negro was upset because I didn't play by all the roast battle rules.
Okay.
Right?
But is that fair for him to be upset?
It's fair for him to be upset.
Because that's his show.
It's his show. But also, and I'm being straight about it, I had a conversation with Tony Hinchcliffe about it, right?
Right.
He says sometimes when people have these shows, yes, it's about your format, it's about so-and-so. But if you have some magic happening, if you have some dynamic guests, and you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me being a guest,
right.
Sometimes you gotta let that be the show. In that situation, we was having fun, right? And roast battles, it was everything, everybody talked about it at one point. It's still a great show, people watch it, right? But I personally think the heyday is past.
Roast battle?
Roast battle.
They just got signed to HBO.
Okay, well, then maybe I'm possibly wrong about that. But I'm saying the energy of the room. I remember one time, it was just the place to be.
I mean, yes. I mean,
and I'm not.
I feel like COVID fucked up a lot because I was a door guy in 2019, and bro, roast battle, we would damn near break the fire code every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
bro?
I'm not. I want people to understand. I'm not being critical of anything. I'm not being critical of the brand that the Negro. To be quite honest, I didn't even know that was the Negro show.
Brian Moses?
Yeah.
Why call him the Negro?
There's reasons why I call him the Negro.
Oh.
I just call him the Negro. But I did not know. I thought, to be honest, I thought that show was Jeff Ross' show.
Okay.
And now that I look back at it, then I don't owe this dude an apology or nothing, but I could have been a little bit more considerate of the person that created the game. Right. I got a relationship with Jeff Ross. So whenever I popped in there, whatever, it was never a thought about the Negro. It was about, I'm here for Jeff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in this situation, yes, it was a little chaos. Yes, I wasn't playing by the rules. Was I giving honest critique? Yes, because those two guys that went up there, I told them, I said, you're not gonna make it. And everybody's like, oh, that's not fair, but I didn't just say you're not gonna make it. I said, this is the reason why it'll be tough right now. This is a big platform right now, right? None of them two guys were prepared.
Right.
They wasn't prepared. They had one joke, two joke. You could tell they drove in the car together. They even tried to do the bumping mic shit. They wasn't prepared for that platform. Now, maybe if they had somebody not as critical as I am, they would have did better. They wasn't prepared. And I told them why. And I told them that in a situation like this, you got to be ready to step up. You got to have more than one jokes.
Right.
Don't focus on me, focus on the crowd. They weren't. And when I looked at Jeff, I said, and Jeff knew it, I said, Jeff, and another thing, it's roast battles. Who gives a fuck about somebody's feelings on that? I call that a person, you knew what the stakes were.
Right.
You didn't perform like you're gonna get another opportunity.
Right.
There's so many of these motherfuckers now, they perform like, oh, I'll get another chance. That could be your last chance.
Yeah.
And if you, in that moment, you gotta seize it.
Right.
You gotta have, and I don't give a fuck what anybody say, you gotta have an outer body experience and people remember you.
Right.
If you don't, you get criticized and people give you their honest critique. Those motherfuckers wasn't funny that night, son. In a discussion, if they rewind the tape, oh yeah, but you gotta start somewhere, yeah. But that night, that moment, it wasn't there. And I also, after I said what I said, the Negro switched the crowd on me. He was like, oh, you just can't come up here and disrespect us like this. All right, guys, whenever Donnell says something, we want you to boo him. Come on, son, that's your crowd. And that crowd of roast battles, they dare to support the Negro in that platform.
Right.
So they start chanting, you're not Chappelle, you're not Chappelle. I'm not Chappelle. And guess what? Chappelle is not me.
Right.
And when I said that, there was another guy, there was a couple of roasters that came on later. There's a black guy from LA, he's homeless.
Who?
Homeless comedian, Hermaz or something.
Oh, I can't think of his,
I can't think of his name. I'd love to give him a shout.
Tall, dark-skinned dude from Memphis.
Yeah.
Funny, he's very funny.
But here's as an example, this is what they didn't play, they didn't show in the clips. I was critical of those two guys that went on there, right? But then later on in the show, DeHern. Later on in that show, it was a breath of fresh air because when DeHern went up there was another white guy he went through, they destroyed the room. And I said, this is what taking advantage of opportunity is. This is what preparation looks like. So I wasn't trying to be that critical of those. In fact, those two guys I was talking about, they were from Arizona, and I had to do something for a friend in Arizona, a podcast or something that was comedy related. I said, why don't we do this? I would love to invite those two guys out. give them another opportunity to do their thing with a little bit more preparation, whatever, and see what happened. One of the guys showed up, one of them didn't. Then I got a DM from one of the guys that I was talking about, and he said, man, I thank you. He said, thank you because you made me want to be a better comic. And I'll be straight like this, David. If you being pissed at me,
makes you a better
comic.
comic?
For you to hate me enough where you be like, I told you, look, boom, mission accomplished.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that wasn't a crash out. You know, you been booed before?
Not booed. I've been silenced.
You know what? That's a very good answer for a motherfucker that don't identify what a boo is. I understand that. That's a great answer.
I've been heckled badly.
Yeah, boo. But I'm telling you.
But nobody's been like, boo. Like,
okay. Have you been in a situation where something happened where you weren't the reason, you couldn't control it and you had to deal with it? And the reason I'm saying that, because when they started chanting shit on me, I didn't want to leave. You know, I wanted to stand up there and like let them tire out and then go, you know what I mean? Like they'll get tired of it.
This nigga got tenacity.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. But that was somewhat of a crash out, but it is what it is.
I mean, bro, here's the thing. Like, you're a good comic.
Great.
I don't know if you're gonna.
Great.
Okay, great comic. We'll put it there.
Yeah.
I saw you do a set at the Hollywood Improv maybe 6 years ago. I wish you would have recorded it. Nigga, you did the set in Korean.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I did.
Cause you were like, I used to work in call centers.
I was no, I was in the Air Force. I was in the United States Air Force.
Yeah, something right.
For 4 years. So I learned, and I'm not like people in my bio or whatever, you Google me, it says fluent, but I'm like conversational level. And I think that night I had enough Korean, I knew enough Korean where I could drop a punchline in Korean or a setup or something. But it's always like, whenever I'm doing a show and I go into any part of my Korean stories, when it's somebody Korean in the audience and they really validating what I'm saying, that's like some magical shit. It hardly ever happens.
Nah, you was killing for like 20 minutes in Korea.
Yeah.
And bro, like it's crazy, bro, because like we were talking about you and the Corey Holcomb thing, right? Like when I first came to LA, you were like the comic I saw that made me starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw you at the Laugh Factory, and you were doing a joke. Take it in the face.
Yeah.
Take it in the face. And you were talking about, at that time, I think a killer whale had killed somebody. And you're like, that wasn't a killer whale, nigga. That was a shark in witness protection. I thought that shit was funny.
Oh, that's funny.
And you were doing the Asian, why do Chinese men walk with their hand behind their back?
Hand behind it in a sideways walk. Yeah. And the thing about it is, like, I call it Chinese, but anything that connects me with like the Asian community, it's Korean, but I know motherfuckers just say Chinese, but that was just all takes from me being stationed in Busan, Korea, and building relationships and friendship with some Koreans over there.
Yeah. So, to that thing, all right. I think
I just gotta say something. For all you motherfuckers that's watching this right now and saying, I can't believe he hasn't walked off the show yet. Fuck you. Okay, go ahead.
I ain't that type of guy to push you to make
No, I'm just saying.
No, so
there's still time. Man, fuck this show, man. Ain't no goddamn fish. Ain't no motherfucking fish on this motherfucking show. This motherfucker keep talking about trying to push me, talking about crashing out. I came here for you, motherfucker. And now you trying to give me a fucking calm ass introduction. Well, Donnell, you know sometimes people might not understand your personality. Have you ever thought about seeking therapy? Teddy Swims is a good friend of yours. You know he has an album, I Tried Everything But Therapy. Donnell, have you taken these steps to better yourself as a human being?
No.
Where's the motherfucking David Lucas I knew at the fucking Comedy Store?
Bro, this is the podcast. This the
What the fuck is the difference between the podcast and the real shit?
We shouldn't be
Why you niggas living behind?
We shouldn't be
Negroes.
We shouldn't be sitting here just roast battling each other the whole hour. That wouldn't make for a good podcast.
I think it would be very engaging.
Yeah, but this is now.
I think it's what
But this is now.
You're in your professional bag right now.
Yeah, I mean, we doing.
And I know
podcast.
people are gonna say, "Damn, he won't even let him talk on his own podcast."
No, you good.
I'm gonna be quiet.
He's letting me talk. No, you can talk.
Go ahead.
So, bro, I saw the clip last year, and the whole thing. I think I saw the whole thing. And y'all are two of my favorites in the two black comedy legends.
Yeah.
I saw it. It made me sad.
Right.
And it's like, everybody know how.
What made you sad?
To see y'all going at each other.
Why was we going at each other?
I think, from what I saw, Corey was on stage.
Yeah.
You were leaving.
Yeah.
And then he said something.
Yeah.
And then y'all went back and forth for maybe 2 minutes.
Okay, here's the story. There's two stories. Everything has two stories. I was at Chocolate Sunday. It was 3-show night, right? I didn't want to come back and do the late show, but I didn't want to let Lonnie down. I really love Lonnie, and I didn't want to compromise the list. So I came back. I went up there. I was closing the show. Well, I thought I was closing the show. Destroyed the show, right? And I'm leaving, and I'm thinking like, all right, good night, everybody's leaving. And then they say, we got one more comedian. I was like, oh shit. And it was like, then they introduced him, right? And it wasn't no thing. The unfortunate thing about it is that I'm a fan of what Corey Holcomb does in regard to dark comedy. I've said on many platforms, he's one of the only comics out there that could have the entire crowd ready to leave, right? Like,
but they still stay.
And they'll stay, he'll do a punchline and get them right back. He's a master at that. So, but the story, he came in after that. But also, I know, like, I would see clips of Corey every opportunity he has to talk about comics that are respected. Comics are doing well in this business. Comics that are paid away. It's always a place for him to try to downgrade what those people done. And everybody.
I think Corey's just a shit talker, bro.
I said he's a provocateur.
Yeah.
I understand that, but some people react to that different.
Because he don't got no malice in his heart. I know him personally.
Yeah, well, you know what? Well, I don't know that part. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate because I don't even really talk to too many people in LA. And Corey was one of the guys that, we would talk shit. It wasn't no like, go hang out, have dinner, but we had mutual respect for each other. So he went on and he said something. And I just wanted to hear what he said, because I will say, I was a little charged up because, every time you see a clip on him, he's talking about people in the industry just sucking dick and everybody's getting fucked in the ass. And the only way you can make it in Hollywood is if you kiss ass, and it's all this, I'm not gonna do that. If you see somebody get Netflix specials because they got fucked in the ass and all that type of shit. If you've been in more than 3 movies, you got fucked in the ass. And then I did the Google search of him, and he'd been in 3 movies. So I'm like, this, how much ass fucking did it take for you to get this role?
Stupid, bro.
But the point, and I did take offense, because everybody knows that me and Dave Chappelle are colleagues. And more than that, we're good friends. I consider him my brother. And I consider, like, a lot of people not like this. If you speak on one person, it's like you speaking on the family.
Yeah, I get it. Right? Because he's cultivated a family with y'all.
And I will say that I did get triggered that night. I got triggered. And I said, Corey, I yelled out. I said, I've been in 3 movies. I ain't been fucked to the ass. And then he said, who's that? Or Donnell? Or comedians be mad at me because I tell the truth. I keep it real. I'm like, but you spreading shit is just bullshit. Like, I know you have a platform. I know people that come check you out, they come to hear you say this, but a lot of this shit that you say is fucking bullshit. And another thing that's interesting about these people that take the side of Hollywood ain't shit. Most of these people that talk the most shit about Hollywood, they was favored by Hollywood. It was one time that they had agents. It was one time that they was on all of these shows. Corey was on Last Comic Standing. You don't become a part of that show and that platform without being favored by Hollywood. The background checks, everything had to do that. So my thing is like, you in good favor with them, then all of a sudden, for some reason, the industry is not fucking with you anymore. Yeah, but I think it's
the Patrice thing, bro. Just like a self-sabotage. Like Patrice later on in life, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, because me and Corey have had conversations where, like, because me and Corey have a similar style. We're both dark comics. We both talk about taboo subjects. Very contrarian. So, bro, like, after the George Floyd thing happened with me, I went to go see Corey. Me and Corey had a conversation for like 45 minutes. And he was like, hey, this is where I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? So, he's like, this is where I fucked up at. He was like, but they fuck with you, young brother. And he was like, all you gotta do is have mercy.
And let me tell you something. A motherfucker would respect the opinion of Corey Holcomb more if the conversation you had with him, the public would know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a private moment between you and him, right? But that was honesty. It was like this, yo, I did this. You never accountable for anything. I did this, and this is the reason why I have this. But another thing I respect, that, okay, you banned by Hollywood or they don't fuck with you, but to be able to still create a platform, people love him. Those 5150 niggas are real.
They'll fight you by court.
They'll fight you by court, but I will say, because of me, I've been in places where 5150 motherfuckers been there. Yeah. And then they came up to me and straight up like, yo, man, I wish y'all could squash that. Because they got love for me, my hustle, and the same thing. Right. It's like, me and him can do the same shit.
And then when you think about it, bro, like, honestly, how many black comedy legends do we still have alive?
Right.
I mean, bro, like, at the end of the day, if you don't do shit else,
right,
like, a motherfucker would be happy to get half of what you have done, right, or even a fourth.
Right.
Like, a fourth of what you've done is still called a good career in Hollywood. Right. So it's like, we got people like you, we got people like Corey Holcomb, who was on Family Guy and the spinoff, The Cleveland Show,
yeah,
and Black Jesus,
right,
and probably would have got a lot more had he, you know, not said something.
Yeah, but see, that I don't understand. Bottom of here's Hollywood, yo. Either you gonna fuck with it or you're not.
But can you admit that Hollywood can make you jaded?
Yeah, if your mind ain't strong,
so everybody don't got.
Well, then guess what? Go stay on the road. Go get a farm somewhere. Go out, go pick your bag up and go back. Yeah. You don't have to participate in the
I'm sure
thing.
Corey's a millionaire.
Yeah. I mean, possibly, who knows? And I'm not counting no pockets or anything.
But I mean, he does well on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he's selling out theaters.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's like I don't have no personal issue with him. And even when we was going through our thing, the thing that would fuck me up the most that I really took offense to was like bringing my family involved in whatever we going through, talking about the mother of my child, talking about my son, anything. Yeah. To me, that's off limits, you know? And to that, I'd be like, fuck you, to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Corey go for the juggler, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
go for the juggler.
You can go for the juggler, but you got to also understand that, like, there's people that are fans of mine. I'm not on no rah-rah shit or whatever, but you don't, certain shit, you just don't fuck with. You know, even fuck the old mafia motherfuckers, or what was it, Scarface? When the motherfuckers say, I told you no children, no women and children. But
that way he got the hit on him.
Yeah, so, you know, that's that. But I'm not here to, I wish the motherfucker well, but.
I mean, one thing I do notice on the black/urban side, whatever we want to call it, of comedy, we don't have any community like the other side.
I said
it's because like all of the black legends is beefing. Like, imagine if y'all came together. You know what I'm saying?
But most brothers think that it only could be one motherfucker on top.
Which is not true.
And then I even make the conversation. I look at like, you know, like what helped your career, the unity, the connection you had with Rogans, the connection you had with the Kreischer motherfuckers, Tony Hinchcliffe and shit. We don't have that. You know, we don't, in the black community, we don't have like a unit. Okay, if you fuck with this crew right here, it's gonna blow up. Even when I first started, the first time I did Rogan, and I was talking to him about having a young son and not wanting to work as hard on the road. I want to spend more time with my son. And he said, start a podcast. I was like, man, I ain't no money in podcast. And then I Googled his net worth. I was like, all right, let's revisit that podcast. Like, what were you saying about the podcast?
Rogan's a genius, bro.
But then I was like, man, because at that time, I had a YouTube page and I had about 5,000 subscribers at the time. And I was dealing with this social media person that took all my shit down. I didn't want to start from zero. And I said, how do I start over? He said, it's simple. He said, you do a podcast, I put it on my platforms, you do the rounds, and I did that, and it started taking off. But I appreciate the fact that Rogan, Brian, Cal, and all these guys, they have a system where when they fuck with each other, you're gonna get some success.
Right.
It's proven. And I wish the black community could do that, but sometimes motherfuckers too petty. Everybody just wants it for themselves, and it's a known fact. Motherfuckers don't work together in that unit, like that. Then you got people that, you know, I say Kevin Hart as an example. Kevin Hart has done so much for so many other comedians and
his
shit.
circle rich,
and you know, like his circle rich. You got people like that, and then you got people that want to talk down to him. Talk shit about it. So
I can't never talk shit about somebody who worth more than me.
Yeah, and I just don't understand if we ever have that type of community where we look out for each other and not be selfish.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a black platform since
Def Jam.
Def Jam.
That's why I say
Comic View. Nobody really supported it. They tried to bring it back.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, our community is so fucked up at times. I use this as an example. Spike Lee should be one of the most coveted directors
Yes,
in the history
absolutely.
of filmmaking.
Absolutely.
You know, the chances that he took, his commitment to telling black stories, black actors, black production,
Right.
and everything. He should always be doing films.
Mhm.
But what happened is, you say, Pat Lee, we want you to do this, we want to do that. I do all of that for you guys, and then y'all don't want to go to the theater. You don't want to buy the DVD. You want to go buy it on 125th Street. You don't want to do it, and the money is in motherfuckers showing up.
So what do you think the difference is between Tyler Perry and Spike Lee? Do you think that Tyler Perry's shows are just a little more easily digestible than like watching?
You know what's so funny? I was watching, the last Tyler Perry movie he did, that was the first time I ever watched a Tyler Perry.
Which one?
The one when
With
they went to the
Taraji?
Bahamas.
Oh, the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, man, this is funny as shit. And the reason why I said it wasn't like, it's not something you look at like, is it the best acting? Is it this? And a lot of people say, well, they do these stereotypes. Man, that shit was so fucking funny because it was true.
Right.
And one thing I think people like about that brand is that whether you like Tyler Perry or not, it's somebody that you can relate to.
Relativity, yeah.
It's like this, oh, I'm the uncle. I'm the aunt. I'm the aunt that be still thinking they got it and everything.
Right.
And but another thing, the difference between Tyler Perry and Spike Lee is Tyler Perry, no matter what nobody say, he came from the mud.
Yeah, sleeping in his car.
He started that brand from 10 people showing up at the theater, 30 people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That genre of style of plays and everything, he owned that.
Yeah.
And those people grew with him. He was going hand to hand. Another thing, it reminds me of Kevin Hart. When Kevin Hart first started, he was like, people think he came out of nowhere, but Kevin was doing shows, doing tours. He was out.
He came to LA with a TV show, right?
Yeah. No, he didn't. Well, people say, I heard that talk like, oh, how you just come to LA with a TV show? If you popping in New York, you popping in LA. If you the shit in New York, LA is talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Kevin's hustle, he would go out, he would pass out those cards, get the email addresses, build that base. He did it one person at a time. I remember I was doing a radio show in DC, he happened to be in town, and this when Twitter just started popping, he was super excited about that. At the time he had like 40,000 followers. He was like, yo, watch this. And he was like, yo, you should do it. He's always been that hustler.
Right.
But people don't understand that. Tyler Perry, another example, he built it for the ground. People always think, you know, this scenario, this story, like, oh, they made you wear a dress, or they put you in a dress. Have you ever been to Tyler Perry Studios? Have you ever been to Tyler Perry Studios? The first time I was doing Wild 'N Out, I went to Tyler Perry Studios. It's like it's an old military base. When you first go in it, it's looked like Fort Knox or whatever. It's like this huge structure, these big ass Jumbotron LCD screens. And then you go through there, you're like, God damn. Then you go down, you make a right, then you see a studio, Harry Belafonte studio, Oprah Winfrey studio. You see all of this shit he built, and you say, from a dress?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We put energy into the dumbest shit.
The dumbest shit, yeah.
The dumbest shit, like a dress, Hollywood. Like Marlon Wayne's talk about, man, get the fuck out of my face with that small-minded way of thinking. You know? Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started comedy, my granddad told me that. He's like, don't let me keep you in no dress. And I was like, but what if that dress set up generational wealth?
Right.
So what, you gonna be mad? You work at a textile plant.
Yeah, but people have they different, what they prioritize, what's important to me, what's important to them. Yeah. Ving Rhames played Holiday Heart. He was a transgender, and he was.
And even when he got bent over in Pulp Fiction.
No, I couldn't. No, that's attitude next level. Never that.
You could have did that.
Nah, none of that shit. You know, it's so crazy because I was on HBO's The Wire, right? Yeah. And then when I was on The Wire, that role of Omar came down to me and Michael Kay. Okay. Right. I was part of HBO's The Corner. Robert Colesbury and David Simon, they were fans of mine. And when I booked the role of Damian Price, Robert Colesbury, RIP, he said, Donnell, you know, we wanted you, we was thinking about you really strong for Omar. but we wanted to save this role for you. And I'm, it's interesting. I didn't know that Omar was a gay gangster. You know what I'm saying? So he got that role. And then I played Damian Price. And that role was supposed to be a lot bigger than what it was when I did that. But what happened was the Baltimore Tourism Board complained that every time they do production in Baltimore, they depict Baltimore as a crime-ridden, drug-infested community. I'm like, but pretty much that is Baltimore.
Yeah.
So the storyline on The Wire, it went from the towers. That's why if you're a fan of The Wire, you realize that it shifted from the towers. Then the storyline was about the docks.
Yeah.
So they had to switch that, and when they switched that, my character of Day Price, it got lost in the sauce. But that character, I was so excited about that character because it was going to be dope because this guy had connections with the street and the politics. So, man, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to be a cool motherfucker. Then I could be street. And there's a lot of things layers that I wanted to put on the character. But when the storyline changed, it was gone.
So how did you end up linking up with Chappelle?
Me and Chappelle were, if you want to say, fans of each other from the DC scene.
Okay.
Like, I'm older than Dave, but he's been in the game longer than me.
Yeah.
So I came through DC. I think he probably was doing comedy maybe 3 years before I did it. So I was doing a circuit, and I used to always, in DC, I used to always wonder, like, who made it out of here? Who left? Who's blown up? And everybody would always talk about, man, this guy, Dave Chappelle. Right? They was like, man, this dude. And one of my friends, I was like, what's so dope about him? They was like, well, he's young. I'm like, I ain't got shit to do with that. Right?
Right.
I was like, what's so dope about this? He's young. They said, he's animated. He acts all this stuff out. He's smart.
Yeah.
And he's that guy. And, DC, we very competitive. And when they said that, I was like, man, fuck that nigga. He ain't all that. That was just not no negative.
Right.
Because you feel like you want to get there.
Of course, yeah.
And on my 50th birthday, Chris Spencer asked Dave, how did we meet? And Dave said, whenever he used to come home, because DC Comics, when you come home, you couldn't wait to go to the comedy club to let people know, oh, I saw you on so-and-so. And Dave said, when he used to come home to visit, he used to always ask, like, what comedians is popping right now? And Dave said it was always the usual suspects. It was like Andy Evans, Greg Poole, Fat Doctor. It was these guys. And he said, but they'd be like, but it's this one dude named Donnell Rawlings on fire. And Dave responded the same way. He was like, man, fuck that nigga. Right? So we knew of each other's coming from DC. Mm-hmm. And then we used to cross paths in New York. Like, we weren't like buddy like that. Even when we were doing the show, we wasn't like, me and Dave got really, really close after he left the show. Cause I wasn't interested in like buddy. I was just interested in you saying action. I didn't care about like hanging out, partying, what are you doing this weekend? I just wanted to leave it. I wanted to leave it on the floor. Any respect or appreciation you had for me, I wanted to be like what I did on that camera. And that's what kind of like built my relationship there, because when we did that show, a lot of people think that we were like regulars or like a cast. We was living contract to contract, and you was only as good as the last sketch.
Right.
So if you ripped that sketch, then you would, the writers would, you know how it is. If you killing shit out, motherfuckers.
They'll write you another, yeah.
And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. When I was on the Chappelle show, I never act like I was going to be there next week, because I didn't know if I was going to be there next week. I always acted like this is the last thing I'm going to do. Every time the motherfucker said action, whether they gave me 1 or 2 lines, I was trying to make the best of it. And it's the reason why all the characters and the things I did on the show, it popped. I stood out.
I'm rich, bitch.
That was crazy.
Go put some lotion on right now.
Even that rich bitch, that's an iconic line. Yeah. It was interesting because on that scene, I was just reparation sketch, driving the bus, the truck. First off, I didn't have a driver's license. I wasn't gonna tell production that shit. They were like, oh, we need to get somebody else. I was like, fuck, if they give me the keys, I'm gonna do it. We didn't have no big budget or production where we could lock down the street with no traffic. So I had to drive this truck. I had to hit a mark, not run over the white chick on an apple box, not cross the light. I had to take the keys off because you didn't want the motor to run because it would blow the sound. and I had to lean over and deliver that line. So the sequence is different. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I was fucking this line up, bro. I kept messing up. And then Neil Brennan came up to me. He said, "Yo, B," that was him being his black voice. He was like, "Yo, B, we ain't got time to do this all day. You gonna get it right or whatever." So it was in frustration.
Yeah.
And when I leaned over, I said, "I'm rich, bitch." It was frustration. It was like, just cut. That was it.
Yeah.
And Dave loved that soundbite so much. And what really made it stand out, it was at the sound card, at the end of the vanity card at any show, it was said. So that's why it resonated too much.
Yeah, bro. Neil Brennan directed a commercial I was in 2 years ago.
Yeah. Great.
Very creative though.
In fact, Neil Brennan, as much
and his brothers are creative too, right?
Yeah. As much as people want to acknowledge the relationship I had with Dave, the relationship that got me on that show was the relationship I had with Neil Brennan. Because Neil Brennan, him and David just did Half Baked, and like Neil Brennan was highly favored in Hollywood as a writer.
Right.
And he was writing these scripts, and he was getting money for them, but they wasn't getting the green light.
Yeah.
So he wanted to do something else. He wanted to get into director. He knew that he was seeing what his future would be, and he never did it before. So he reached out to my manager because he had saw me do auditions throughout the time in New York. He reached out to my manager and he said, "You think Donnell will do this short film with me?" It was a film with just one person, right? It was all the voiceover stuff. He said, "You think Donnell would do it?" And at the time, I was already popping on HBO's The Corner, right? I had shit popping, and I was like, "Well, I know you can't afford to pay me, so I'll do it on the strength. But if you're ever in a situation where you could throw me a bone, I'd appreciate it, right?" I said, "I know you couldn't afford to pay." I didn't know that Neil was already rich off writing those films, right? I was on my shit. And then he called me one day. He said, "I'm working on this project. I'll let you know how it goes, but I want you to be involved with it." I was like, "Okay, whatever." Cut to that project he was working on was a Chappelle show. And he gave me the opportunity. A lot of people want to say, if it wasn't for this, in this business, somebody gonna give you a look.
It's consistency.
It's consistent. And a lot of people want to say, if it wasn't for so-and-so, you wouldn't be so-and-so. But I put it like this, even with the Chappelle show, Chappelle and them put together a bond team.
Yeah.
That includes executive producers. That includes production. That includes grip. That includes makeup. He put together a winning team. So, of course, Dave gets all the credit for it, but it's the team that supported it. And as much as people want to talk shit about that show, like, I helped get that show popping. Charlie Murphy helped get that show popping. Paul Mooney helped get that show popping. It was so many people. It was a collective effort for everybody to make that. And it's funny because it's like, it don't matter what I do. I've done great things before the Chappelle show, great things after. People want me to recreate history. They want me to feel bad. They'll tell me this, "David, oh man, that show was like 20 years ago." Okay, all right, guess what? I was a part of history. I made history. I'm not trying to compete with that. I don't never go to a project and be like, "This is gonna be great in the Chappelle show." Why would I try to recreate history? And I made history. And we're talking about a show that will go down in history as one of the greatest.
I still got the DVDs.
Everybody, it was just one of those things that it just happened. It was a time of the DVD. It was a time where everything was all cookie cutter.
And then Key and Peele caught the wave.
Yeah, and this, they caught the wave. I mean, that was a tough, and those guys are talented.
Yeah.
They're super talented, but they came behind that show, so it's always going to be people that's trying to be critical of it and compare it.
Yeah.
Like if Key and Peele came out before Chappelle show, they would be probably talking about that. Show. It was just the timing of it.
Yeah.
And then I look at it like Dave Chappelle and Neil Brennan gave me a platform to showcase what I've been doing for years, and that's been being funny and going hard. That's what it was.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. I'm thankful for all the shit y'all laid before us, dog. It's beautiful to see, man, because when I was watching the Chappelle show, I didn't even know I wanted to be in comedy. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was focused on being a football player. So, yeah, man. So, like, at the end of the day, we about to get out of here. How do you feel about your career where it's at now? You feel accomplished?
I tell everybody all the time, they be like, oh, I see you got it popping up there. And I tell people this all the time, I'm a work in progress. There's always something else to do. And especially when I look at my career, I gauge my career on like me as a stand-up. You know, if I'm fortunate enough to get film, TV work, that's one thing. But the thing that I pride myself on and be able to create a good lifestyle for myself is telling jokes.
Right.
Whether I do another film project, whether I do another TV show, I know I can put my name on the marquee and I could fucking draw people to come see me.
Yeah.
And I think
your special was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, you know, I've been doing it for over 30 years. I think every year I evolve. Every year I dig deeper to figure out. And you're talking about somebody that's been ripping for like 30 plus years. Like, where you be like, there's no way he can be funnier than he was last year. And I always test myself and challenge myself to find something different that I can keep it popping. But I'm just a guy.
How many more crash outs you got in you?
Fuck you, man. It's that bullshit. It's the bullshit. This is called black on black fucking crime, man. I came in here with a positive goddamn attitude. He brought me down to this fucking AIDS-filled goddamn river. Ain't no motherfucking fish in here. Look like salmonella poison, all type of shit. It's condoms, HIV needles and shit like that. And he's sitting up like he a politician and shit like, so Donnell, what is the question? Trying to provoke me to fucking crash out. I don't fucking crash out. I don't know what the fucking definition of crash out is. Fuck you and your motherfucking show, man.
I appreciate it. Hey, that's been another episode of Fishing with David Lucas. Make sure you go follow Donnell Rawlings. Hey, you don't want to shout your shit out? He gone.